right, here we go. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, beautiful souls. Hello, beautiful souls. How is everyone doing today? Welcome, 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 everyone. How is everyone's evening, morning, day going so far? Is it staticky? Let me know if it's staticky on your end. I heard a little bit of static. How is everyone feeling today? Is anyone new here? Please let me know in the comments below. If you are new, please communicate with me, conversate with me. I love participation. Please do not make me talk to myself, because I can talk and I can talk and I can talk. But it's so much fun when I have people to talk to. I'm excited for today. I am excited for this topic. So please let me know that you are here, that you are ready, that you are excited to be here. Let me know where you are tuning in from. If you guys are new here, my name is Genna Rose Giannetti. I am a meditation, spiritual teacher, as well as a love coach, meditation coach, women empowerment, sacred sexuality coach. I thank you guys all for joining today, and I'm super excited for today's conversation. I had to reschedule this the other day. So I'm happy that we are here and we are back and we are united together in love to talk about being who we truly are, being our authentic self, being our true soul and our true nature. And I am here with you guys today, being my raw, my authentic self, without filter, without makeup, showing you guys my true face, to inspire you guys to show your true face, to be your true colors, to be your true vibrational being. Hello, Emily. Hello, Lindsay. Hello, Sim. Hi, I'm new, but I'm laying in bed, 11 UK US time, so I might drop off, but looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Yes, well, welcome. Thank you for joining so late. If I were you, Sim, I would definitely be sleeping right now. I am a 10 o'clock kind of girl. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Diana. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. I'm tired, but I'm excited. All right, beautiful souls. My foot. My foot is much better. It's much better today. I can actually walk on it today. It still hurts, but I can walk on it today. So I was excited that I was actually able to clean my house, because when I came back from Michigan, boys aren't the most clean people in the world. So I'd be stereotypical. But my partner had a few things a little messy, and I wasn't able to clean them yesterday. So I was happy to be back home and able to clean and do those things. Anyone that's wondering what I'm talking about, I had hurt my foot pretty badly the other day, and I had gone to the hospital, which is why I had to reschedule this live. But I am here. This is divine timing. We are in divine alignment, so I'm so happy. All right, everyone. So for anyone that is new here, I always like to start my lives by just closing down your eyes for a minute. We're not going to start the meditation yet, but we are going to start the love. We're going to start the support. So just start to close down your eyes and just focus on your breath for a moment. I like to start by us just connecting with each other, connecting with ourselves. And start to breathe in, anchoring the breath, holding the breath at the top, and breathing out. For many of us, we have had busy days. Our eyes have been focusing all day. So just close down the eyes, rest the eyes, rest your beautiful divine voice, and just breathe into this moment. Feel that breath expanding throughout your whole entire body, and let go of anything that happened before this moment. Let go of the troubles of today. Let go of anything you need to do tomorrow or after this. And just breathe in this present moment, finding stillness with each and every one of us that is here. And then I want you to bring in a beautiful crystalline light. See that beautiful crystalline light. And allow that light to radiate every single inch of your being. And as you breathe in that light, allow it to penetrate through your head, moving down your whole entire body, all the way to the tips of your toes, and anchor in the light being that you are. And once you are completely filled with light, start to imagine in your third eye and see all of us united in a circle. Everyone that's here right now, everyone that's together. And start to grab hands with everybody in this circle. And as you grab hands, start to send the light that you just anchored in from your body and send it out to each and every individual being, soul, person that's here with us right now. And start to send them light. Start to send them love. And start to set the intention that we will support each other. We will love each other, we will honor each other, and that we set the intention specifically for this meditation today, for every meditation, that we come as our own divine, individual, authentic self, and that we will leave our judgment behind, we will leave our criticism behind, and we will allow ourself, our true colors, our true natural frequency and vibration to shine through. And we will honor everyone's true vibration, true frequency, and allow their frequency to shine through as their own authentic self. Start to fill this whole circle up with support for one another, love for each other, and light for each other. And breathe in the light and breathe out the love to everyone. And then when you are ready, opening up your eyes, and you can choose to continue to hold hands with everyone or just come back to your own individual self. All right, guys. So I am so excited. I love you guys so much. Anyone that's new here, my name is Genna Rose Giannetti. I come live Monday through Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I just love you all. I am a spiritual meditation coach, as well as a love coach, inner child coach, sexual transformation, sexual divine freedom, so many beautiful focuses. So I thank you for joining. If you are new, please make sure to follow me so that you can come live with me, come live with my community. And I have a circle, Genna Rose Giannetti Love Lights. I can put that information in the comments. And it's just a circle of love and support and community and just being here for one another. So I invite you to that as well. Ooh, do you guys hear static? I hear static. Let me know if I'm the only one that hears static coming from my headphones. Hold on 1 second, guys. I hear some static. I don't know if it's coming from... Oh my goodness, what's my password? There we go. Well, I don't know. Alright. Anywho. Hello, Leanne. Hello, Summerstar. Hello, everyone. Alright. Ooh, that's a big screen. Alright, so now that we are united... Oh, I was going to put my circle name here. Alright, there we go, guys. One more sip, and then I'm going to talk. I promise. Plus, I'm almost out of water. Alright, so first off, I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you guys for supporting me. I want to thank you for supporting each other. And I want to thank everyone who is constantly a regular with me, and everyone that's new with me today, for just allowing me, Genna Rose Giannetti, to always be my authentic self. I thank you guys for always allowing me to be my true vibration and my true frequency, with all of my quirks and my accent and my goofiness and my woohoo-ness or woo-woo-ness. Thank you. Thank you for honoring me. And I sit here talking to each and every one of you guys as, thank you, Stephanie, as me. I sit here talking to you guys as my true authentic form, without shame, without guilt, without fear of being who I am. And if there's one thing that I love most about myself, it is that I am not afraid to be myself. I don't care what people think of me, because I care of what I think of myself. And I hope that everyone that has been with me before and everyone that's with me now sees that they see that I am who I am and that I accept who I am. And with that being said, my wish and my dream for every single one of you and every single human, every single being, every single soul on this planet and every other planet can be their true, authentic self. That you too can walk around without filter, without shame. I sit here specifically without any makeup on because this is me. This is me raw. This is who I am. And I want the world to accept me as I am. And I want to accept you guys as you are. And I want everyone to accept you as you are. And so often in our life, and please make sure to comment, please make sure to participate and talk to me. I love talking to you guys. That, I just lost my train of thought. What was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. What was I saying, guys? If we all knew just how special we are. Yes. I lost my train of thought. I was on a rant there. I lost it. All right, well, let me go back to what I do remember, or maybe it will flow. But I dream that everyone can be so often in our lives. Got it. Thanks, Natalie. So often in our lives, we conform to what society tells us to do. So often in our lives, we are who others want us to be. And this is a programming that was put into us from the moment that we arrived on this planet. Maybe even before. Maybe even before, when we were just choosing to come into our life form and we were choosing our path. I have a belief system. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I have a belief system that we choose our parents. I have a belief system that we choose the first few years of our lives. And then in my belief system, I believe that everything after the first few years of our life is just repetition, and the same events until we transcend them. But that's a whole nother topic for another time. But from the moment that we arrive, we are programmed to who we should be, who we shouldn't be. We are programmed for our gender. How many of us, women, were taught not to be angry? How many men here were taught not to be sad? Boys don't cry. Girls don't get angry. Girls play with dolls. Girls play with baby dolls. Girls play with Barbies. Girls, you were born to be a mother. And it doesn't matter if you don't want to be a mother. There's some kind of programming that says, women, you were here to create life. You were here to create a baby, whether that's what you want or not. Men were taught that they didn't do those things, right? They were taught not to feel their emotions, not to feel their feelings, to be tough, to be strong. Don't cry, right? Play with trucks. Be logical. Women, you can be a little emotional, right? Let me know if this resonates with you guys. So we had this programming that instantly told us who we should be, even down to our actual names. I'm Genna. Has anyone met a male Genna? No. So that instantly put me in this box of being feminine. My middle name's Rose. Does anyone know a male Rose? It could happen, maybe, right? But it's a feminine name, right? Genna Rose Giannetti. You have a feminine name. So you are born to be dainty. You were born to be delicate. You were born to be this flower that just walks through earth, who's passive, who's a follower, that lets people guide you. Men are supposed to protect you, right? But then I was born, and I'm rough, and I am clumsy, and I soon got the name Genna Reckle. True story. My family likes to joke and call me Genna Reckle, because since the moment I arrived, I wasn't dainty. I wasn't delicate. I ruined everything. I went home to Michigan and I knocked over, well, first off, I left to go to Michigan and I literally almost broke my foot. I hurt my foot because I'm so rough on things. But I arrived in Michigan and I knocked over a water, and my mom laughed at me and said, "Why do you have to pull a Genna? Can't you just be a lady?" And so we have these programmings of who we should be, who we shouldn't be. We have programmings from school of to be quiet, to listen, to accept that 2 + 2 is 4, to accept that the sky is blue, to accept that you're supposed to sit and listen in school, and that you're not supposed to talk back to your teachers, that you're not supposed to question things, that you're not supposed to be loud, right? We're taught who we're supposed to be. And in every single one of these programs, we lost a little part of who we really are. We lost a little part of our soul blueprint. We lost a little part of who we really are, a little part of our frequency and our vibration. We grew up and we were told whether what we wanted to do was okay or not okay to do. We were taught to hug our family members when we didn't want to hug our family members, because if we didn't hug our family members, then we were rude. And I actually just fell into this with my family because my niece, who's 5 years old, didn't want to hug someone. This happened a couple months ago. She didn't want to hug someone. And my dad screamed at her and said, "Zoe, hug him." And she said, "I want to hug him." And my dad screamed back at her and said, "You're being rude. You hug your elders when you walk in the door." And I looked at my father and I said, "No. If she doesn't want to hug someone, one, you're not respecting her body. And what you're teaching her is that any man that comes in here and demands a hug, she gives a hug to." And I said, "Dad, what you don't realize is that by you telling her that she has to hug this man, do you know what that's going to do to her? That's going to tell her that when she comes to have sex, that if a man wants sex from her, she's supposed to have sex with him." And my dad kind of, went back a little bit and said, "You're right." And he said, "Did I do that to you?" And I said, "Yes, you did." And he looked at me and he said, "I'm sorry. That's what I was taught." And I said to him, "That's okay. I know that's what you were taught." So we have to break down this programming, because as long as the programming is in place, we don't know who we truly are. And let's be completely honest. Be completely raw. Be completely vulnerable with me right now, everyone. Who really knows who they are? If you actually know 100% who you are, and you can honestly tell me with no hesitation at all, that you've never once in your life doubted who you are, what you should do, where you should go, then tell me. I want you to put in the comments that you 100% know who you are, that you never change your mind. And I'm going to bet that not one person can say that, because even me, who's teaching all this right now, those moments where I wonder, who am I really? Because the truth is, we are different versions of ourselves with different people. Every single one of us, and this is my belief, and I believe science, and please tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe science is starting to prove this as well, that everyone sees a different face. Okay? So this face that you guys are looking at right now, each and every one of you is seeing a different face, literally a different face. There may be some common things, right? But everyone's seeing a different face based off of your experiences, based off of the people that you've met, based off of your own childhood, based off of the people that you trusted, based off of the people you didn't trust. If you are sitting here and you're listening to me and saying, "Well, you know what? This girl knows something," then there is some kind of person from your past that you thought, "Oh, why not? They know something," that you're making my face to maybe not be similar, but you're adding all these different experiences so that my face right now can resonate with the information that I'm putting out, and resonate into your spirit, and resonate into your soul, and resonate into your knowing. Because if this face that you're looking at is not a face that you can trust, then what I say is not going to resonate with you. So the face that we see in every single person, that's why we're physically attracted to people, and why everyone's physically attracted to someone else, is because our physical appearance is only an indicator of all of the other past experiences, of all the other past humans from this lifetime and every other lifetime, of what we need in this individual moment. Right? So, with that said, everyone sees a different version of us. The version that you guys are seeing of me is a different version than my family may see. is a different version than my partner may see, than my friends may see. My partner sees the sexual part of me. My partner sees that sexual goddess in me. Does my grandma see that sexual goddess in me? No. Do I show her that? No. Does she know it exists? Sure, she knows it exists. Right? My family sees the part of me that was a child. My mother, my father. They saw the version of me as a baby. They saw me transcend into a toddler. They saw me as a child. They saw me as a teenager. They saw me as a young adult. They saw me into the adult that I'm in now. And in every single transformation, even in this moment, at the adult version of me, they still reference a version of me from my childhood that I no longer am. Another example of this is I just went home to Michigan. I don't go home very often. So this is all fresh in my mind. My dad, I had walked into the door and my dad had said, you make sure that you pick up after yourself because you never pick up after yourself. And I looked at it and I was kind of a little frustrated that he said that. And I said, what are you talking about? I said, I'm a grown adult. I think I know how to pick up after myself. I scream at my partner because he doesn't pick up after himself. Do you know how organized I am? Do you know how clean of a person I am? And he said, you never pick up after yourself. And I said to my dad, I keep talking about my dad for some reason. I said, what age of me are you remembering? Are you remembering the age of me when I was a teenager and I was running out the door and I wasn't cleaning up after myself? Most likely. But this version, Dad, this version does clean up after herself. And it sounds silly. It sounds ridiculous. But every single person sees a different version of us. And so I ask you to meditate on who are you really? And if you meditate on that long enough, I promise you that you are many different versions of you. There's not one version of you. But there is a common thread, right? I'm sure in every single version of me, I am, supportive. Some people might actually, you know what? I'm sure there's people in this world that probably don't think I'm supportive, right? But there's a common thread in every single version of us that our mother sees, that the world sees, that, you guys are seeing. But those differences, there's different variants. And so start to ask yourself, who are you really? Who are you really when the world is not looking at you? When the world can't see you and there's no one in front of you, who are you really? Who are you at your core? Not only your heart. I always reference the heart. But who are you at the core of your soul? Who is your soul? And I want to tell you guys, your soul is not within you. Your soul is outside of you. Your body lives in your soul. And if anyone's familiar with the electromagnetic field that surrounds us, there is a huge electromagnetic field. And our soul surrounds that. Our soul is so big. It's so big that our human mind cannot fathom the bigness of our soul. And so we came to earth and we were made small. And we forgot how big we are. We forgot how supported we are. We forgot that we are love. We forgot that we are having a temporary soul experience. We forgot that all of these moments, all these traumas, and trust me, I know trauma. All of the pain and all of the suffering, and again, I know the pain. I know the suffering. I know the depression. I know the deepest and the darkest avenues. We forgot that all of those moments are only experiences are only a game, are truly just a game that we choose to play to evolve the big soul that we are. But we forget that we are not the guilt. We forget that we're not the shame. We forget that we're not the fear that surrounds us. So I encourage you guys to really think about, who are you really? And how can you step into your most divine aspect of yourself? And I'll give you one more example. So when I was a little girl, I was so hyper. So hyper. And I'm sure a lot of us kids were. But I never sat still. I was running all over the place. My mom had to hire a housekeeper just because she couldn't keep her eyes off me, because I got into absolutely everything, which is where I got the name Genna Rose. And so, as I grew up, I was always told, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. And I was told that with good intention, right? I didn't need to be running through the church. I didn't need to be, whatever. But that's what I was. I was energetic. I was filled with joy. And every single time that I was told to calm down, I was being taught, don't be who you truly are. Don't be joy. And that's what I was joy. So I grew up suppressing my joy. I grew up to be calm. I never was actually calm, let's be completely honest. I've never been a day in my life. I'm calm when I lead you guys through meditations. I mean, honestly, you want to know the truth? I'm a meditation teacher. I love meditation because it's the only time in my life, and I swear on everything, it's the only time in my life I can actually really be calm. Because I'm not a calm girl. I am hyper, I am energetic, I am a ball of energy. But I now can be here with you guys on Insight Timer. And, so many people have the stereotype that meditation teachers are supposed to be calm and peaceful and zen. And I have moments. Those who are regular have seen moments where I might be calm when I'm leading you guys through a meditation. I'm not leading you guys through a meditation, jumping up and down, right? But I'm able to come live with you guys while I talk to you and be energetic and be bubbly and be this spastic, let's be honest, this spaz of a person. Because I'm not shameful of showing you guys that I'm a spaz sometimes. I'm not shameful to show you guys that this is me. I'm all over the place. And I encourage you guys to really be who you guys need to be, who you really are. Before you had the program, not to allow your family, your friends, tell you who you're supposed to be. Because what it is it all comes down to control. And the truth is, everyone wants to control everyone else, but no one can control themselves. And people might not want to control us in a harmful way. But there is control. Society wants to control us. Parents want to control us. Those who are parents know that sometimes your child is just acting a fool and you just want them to stop. And you're not telling them to stop because you don't love them, but they're just acting a goddamn fool, right? But you realize that is a form of control, even if it's coming from the most loving place in the world. And so we want to control, and everyone's guilty of this. I'm guilty of this. I tell my partner to clean up after himself. That's control. But everyone wants to control everyone else. But no one can control themselves. Everyone has this story of why they are the way that they are. And we are the way that we are because we simply are the way that we are. And we need to love who we are. We need to honor who we are. We need to be our true, authentic form. I'm going to read your guys' comments in a minute. My cat is trying to get out of the door. So give me 1 minute. Go. All right, I'm back. He doesn't know if he wants to be in or out. Hold on. Okay. Yes, everyone's out. Okay, let me know. I don't know why. How about now? No sound? No. Ah, 1 second. Levi. Ah, help me. Give me 1 second. Levi. Can you hear me? They can't hear me. I don't know. I disconnected my headphones. 1 second, guys. Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear my voice. No, it's low. Ah! They said it's very low.
Did you bump these buttons?
Yeah, they said they can hear me now. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, I bumped a button. This is my partner. Everyone give hearts to Levi. Without him, I wouldn't have technology. I don't like technology. My authentic, true self doesn't want technology.
How's it now?
Yay, I'm back. Guess who's back, back again. Genna's back. Tell a friend. You know, like my authentic form.
My shoulders.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Levi looked at me like he didn't like my authentic form of singing. Okay, I won't touch anything. Thanks for letting me be my true self, guys. All right. So anyways, you had said the comment about hugging toddlers and not about apologizing. And that's a beautiful point because in society, we're taught to say, I'm sorry, when we don't really mean it. And the word I'm sorry is so... Oh my God, Levi, I'm muted again. What? Ah! Levi, I'm muted again. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I don't know why.
I mean, it shows that it's
back. Okay, well, how about Levi? You just don't leave.
Hey, make sure that's plugged in the bottom. Is it loose here?
Is it?
Wait.
Oh, you know what? It's the mic. They say it's the mic. You know what I think? I think that the word doesn't want me to say what I keep trying to say. There was a lousy while, maybe. So a lousy while.
Like, you want sure it's like all the way up in there.
Hi, you still got. This is perfect now. Is it? Okay, I don't know what I keep doing.
Is it good?
Thanks, guys. We're still good? Okay. All right. Levi, you just sit there for a minute while I talk, and we'll make sure that it doesn't change. Okay, so what I was saying is that you brought up a great point about how I have to put this down. Okay, we can still hear me? You brought up a great point about how saying I'm sorry, the word I'm sorry is so overused. It is so overused, and we apologize when we don't even feel bad about what we do, or because society tells us that we should be sorry. And I don't play into that game. Say I'm sorry when you truly mean you're sorry. And to me, for me, I believe that I'm sorry means that I felt how I felt. Okay, if Levi right now did something wrong, okay, I don't want Levi to say, I love you. Yeah, thanks. I don't want Levi to apologize unless he felt however it is that I felt by me being hurt. That's what I'm sorry means to me. I'm sorry means I felt how you felt, and this feeling that I feel right now, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to feel this. And I'm sorry that you felt this way. I believe that everyone's responsible for their own emotions. I believe that everyone is responsible for the way that they feel. And I always tell Levi that his actions, that I felt a certain way due to his actions, but he didn't make me feel any way. And the saying of you made me feel this way, you made me feel this way, they didn't make you feel sad. They didn't make you feel angry. They didn't say, hey, I'm going to, not pick up the living room pillows because I wanted you to get frustrated. Levi didn't pick up the living room pillows because he doesn't care if the pillows are in the living room or on the floor. He could care less if the pillows are on the floor. He didn't deliberately try to hurt me by putting the pillows on the floor. So he didn't make me feel frustrated, right? So I always say to Levi, for example, your actions of not picking up the pillows, when I've told you time and time and time again, it really irritates me that the pillows keep going on the floor. I feel frustrated. When you don't pick up the pillows, Levi, I feel frustrated. Can you please pick up the pillows so that I don't feel frustrated? And I don't want Levi to say, I'm sorry I left the pillows on the floor. No, I don't want him to apologize for that. But if there comes a time, and I mean if there comes a time that I frustrate him, because I'll give you a prime example of when I frustrate Levi. I wash my hands in the bathroom sink, and I get water all over the place. And Levi gets frustrated, okay? So Levi gets frustrated that I leave water all over the sink and don't clean up the water that's all over the sink. And so now Levi can come to me and say, Genna, I felt the frustration that you felt of me leaving the pillows on the floor because I'm frustrated that you can't clean up the water on the sink. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I continue to not pick up the pillows because I don't think it matters, but I know it matters to you. so I'll pick up the pillows. To me, I'm sorry means you felt how I felt, and now you're ready to change your actions. It means I felt how you felt, and now I'm ready to change my actions. And by you expressing how you felt, that's you being your own authentic self. Now, if Levi, we'll keep going with this analogy, continues to pick up the pillows, even though he doesn't care, then he's not being his own authentic self. Okay, so maybe, using the same example, Levi continues to leave the pillows on the floor, and I keep saying, Levi, pick up the pillows, pick up the pillows, pick up the pillows. And he says, I don't want to pick up the pillows. I like them on the floor. Then he's being his authentic self. And I have a choice at that time to be like, wanna know what, Levi? I'm going to leave you, and I'm going to leave this relationship because you don't pick up the pillows. Or I can choose to just deal with the fact that Levi doesn't want to pick up the pillows, and I have to go into the living room and constantly pick up the pillows. Those are my two choices, because there's always a choice. Either leave Levi because he doesn't pick up the pillows and he leaves a messy living room, or put up with the pillows being all over the living room because my love for him and all of the things that he does do right are so much more than him leaving pillows on the floor. And I know this sounds ridiculous, and this is a true argument that we have. Those pillows all over the living room. So I'm someone that likes pillows in the living room. I like being a comfy, cozy home. Levi doesn't care, but he uses the pillows and doesn't put them back. I know this sounds ridiculous, but it all ties back to our being a true, authentic self. And most importantly, speaking our authentic voice without fear, without judgment. All right, back to the comments. Ooh, I don't think I can scroll back up anymore. I think I lost all of the comments because you guys were talking so well. I think I lost a bunch of comments. I want to. I'm going to read the comments. I'm going to read the comments after. So, okay, so I lost literally every single comment before Christy saying yes, and Sarah saying yes, and Leanne and laughing. There, and then right before you guys said I'm back. So if there's any questions that you have or any statements that you wanted to make that I wasn't able to address because I can no longer see the comments, write it in the comments now so that I can address it. Is this resonating? Okay. All right, so don't touch anything. Going back. I'm back. Okay, wait. Let me go see if there's actually any questions in here that I can see. Hi, Belle. Okay, yes, perfect. No. Every time you touch it. Oh, Sarah, thank you for the donation. Thank you for the donation. And thank you anyone that is willing and wanting to donate. When you donate, you are giving me an equal energy exchange. It helps me to keep doing what I'm doing. It helps me to keep speaking my voice and being my own authentic self. And it's teaching you guys to be your own authentic self. So I thank you guys for your support. It means so much to me. And your donations help me to pay for better audio equipment. True story. I bought this mic and I have this little soundboard over here. I bought these soundboards and this mic with the donations from Insight Timer. So it helps me to improve myself. So thank you, Sarah. And thank you anyone that's willing to donate. And thank you guys for the love. If you guys can't donate, then I invite you to just comment on my meditations. And when I will respond back to, Insight Time will pay me more. Also, I have Patreon. You guys can support me that way if anyone's interested in one-on-one coaching. And I have courses and tons of other stuff. So thank you. Back to the comments. Yes, but it's hard to learn to change your emotions and reactions. True, Sarah, true. That's why we meditate. Because when we meditate, we watch our thoughts. And let's be honest, the majority of the time we don't quiet our mind when we meditate. Meditation is about learning to observe our thoughts. Meditation is learning to watch our thoughts and kind of put our thoughts in different file folders so that they can be more organized. Because if we can watch our thoughts and we can watch our feelings during meditation, then in our waking life, when our partner doesn't pick up the pillows, we can respond in a way of observing their actions and observing our feelings and our emotions rather than me going, Levi, why didn't you pick up the pillows again? Instead, I just say, again, he didn't pick up the pillows. Okay, let me pick up the pillows. So meditation allows us to watch our thoughts, watch our feelings. And also, I apologize if I got a little loud and scared you guys. I'm sorry if I scared you. I didn't mean to. It's practice, yes. I was told I'm sorry you feel that way is passive aggressive. I was told sorry you feel that way is passive aggressive. I was told a better phrase would be I'm sorry I upset you because. Yes. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Everyone should include that. Yes, agree. Or I can see you upset because if this behavior, yes. I like this approach too, yes. I think it's only passive aggressive if you're saying it to be sarcastic. But if you are sorry someone feels that way, it is. So I think that when you're saying, I'm sorry you feel that way, it is saying, and again, tell me if you disagree. But I feel that when someone says that, it means that they aren't being empathic. They aren't being empathic to understand what I'm experiencing right now. And they're saying, I'm sorry you feel that way. Meaning, I can't feel that way right now. So, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I don't feel that way. And I'm going to be completely honest. I said that to my mother yesterday. My mother called me. I love my mother. Don't get me wrong, I love my mother. But my mother was being quite ridiculous. I'll be honest, she was being real ridiculous. And so I said, I'm sorry you feel that way. Because I wasn't, and I'm telling you this because I literally did this to my mother yesterday. Because in my mind, in my perspective, I thought my mother was being ridiculous. But I still wanted my mom to know in some way, I'm listening. I'm listening. I don't agree with you, but I'm listening. I'm still here for you. I still love you. I still support you. But I'm sorry you feel that way. So I do agree that it's passive aggressive. Or sorry for not being the version of yourself someone wants you to be. Yes. Oh, I forgot that comment. I'll come back to that one. Agree. It's a great example. What happens if one person in the relationship has a lot of things they are bothered by because they're so sensitive, and the other is always trying to please the person by fulfilling all the other person's sensitivity? This is a fantastic question. So, in this case, let me read this one more time so I can make sure to answer this in the correct way. I want to really soak this in. What happens if one person in the relationship has a lot of things they are bothered by because they're so sensitive? Okay, so I want to approach this first before I move to the other. If someone is bothered by something and they're super sensitive, because believe me, I am that person. I am that person that is super sensitive about everything. And the reason that I'm so super sensitive, and I'm super sensitive, is because I experienced a lot of trauma in my childhood. I experienced a lot of sadness. I experienced a lot of, let's just say, not the best situations. So every time someone is bothered and someone's being so sensitive, it's because they are that little child, let's say 4-year-old self, going back to a time when this similar situation happened and they had no control. They had no control over the situation. And they are feeling the same feelings and emotions that they had when they were a 4-year-old child. And they didn't have the adult knowledge of how to regulate their emotions. They didn't have the brain developed to learn how to rationalize. They didn't learn that mommy wasn't picking them up because mommy was carrying a bunch of groceries. And so there's a moment when they're 4 years old, and now they felt when they were 4 years old, oh, mommy doesn't love me because mommy's not carrying me. And they didn't think, oh, mommy can't carry me right now because mommy's carrying groceries and she can't put down the groceries. So now, when they're 40 years old and they feel that their partner is not supporting them, they're going back to a time when they are 4 years old and they are reliving that moment of them not being supported. And they're forgetting that everyone has their own thing going on. And when you don't communicate and there's not communication, then trauma and supersensitivity happens. Along with being an empath. When, like me, I'm an empath, so I am super sensitive to everything. Okay, so the next part is, and the other person is always trying to please the person by fulfilling all the other person's sensitivities. So again, when you can look at, and I look at my partner, for example, I see him as a little child sometimes when he's throwing his little temper tantrums. I look at him as if he's my little son, and there's just this little wounded 4-year-old little boy inside him. And I listen to him, and I heal him. And then I do my best to reassure him. And then I do my best to communicate with him where I'm at. And I tell him either I can be there or I can't be. And I reassure him that what I do for you, Levi, I do because I want to do that. Not because I'm trying to please you. Because if I'm trying to please him and I don't want to do something for him, then I'm not being true to me. I'm not being my true, authentic form. And I'm lying. And I'm going to give you an example of this. So I've had a tendency in all of my relationships to end up with men who just please me. And tell me if anyone else is like this too. But literally every single relationship before Levi, me and Levi started off a whole different way. But the majority of my relationships before Levi, we would have 2 years. I have this 2-year mark with everyone before Levi. I had 2 years of bliss, 2 years of love, 2 years of no fights. If we had a disagreement, we talked it out just like we're talking now. They never said no to me. And then all of a sudden, the 2-year mark started to approach. And all of a sudden, they got comfortable. All of a sudden, they got comfortable with me. And they started telling me no. And 2 years into the relationship, when you're telling me no about something that I've been doing for 2 years, I didn't respond to that well. So my point is that when you're not what ended up happening is in every single one of those relationships, we ended up breaking up. And the reason that we ended up breaking up was because they weren't being their authentic selves. They weren't being true to their heart. They weren't being true to their soul for 2 years. And then all of a sudden they got comfortable in the relationship and they didn't think that I would leave. So they started being their authentic self, and then it ended up in breakup. So being your authentic self in the beginning of the relationship, in the beginning of any relationship, without filter, is the way that you have to go, or your relationships will not last. And the reason that, and I'll be completely honest, me and Levi, I keep talking about Levi, we have a beautiful relationship. We really do. And I think every relationship is beautiful. Even if you're fighting nonstop, you have a beautiful relationship in some way. Because they're helping you to grow. They're challenging you. But what I did differently with Levi than I did with every other relationship before Levi was my best friend. He was my best friend. And I'm going to be completely honest. I friend zoned him for a year and a half. And I didn't only friend zone Levi, but I really friend zoned Levi to the point he was my best friend. We were spending every single day together, but he was watching me go on dates. He was watching me be with other men. And because our relationship started that way, because he started as my best friend, when we finally decided to become romantic in our relationship, there was no secrets, because he saw the authentic me. He saw all of my good. He saw all of my bad. He saw my authenticity. And so often when we enter a romantic relationship, we put on our best clothes, for example, right? We put on our best behavior because we're trying to impress the other person. So we're not always being our true face. We're being our best face, but we're not being our true face. And with Levi, I was just my true face. I didn't care, and I'm going to be raw and I'm going to be honest, okay? I didn't care what Levi thought of me. I never had any shame to come to Levi and say, hey, I slept with this guy. I didn't care if Levi thought I was a whore or a slut. I hate those labels. But I didn't care what Levi thought. I was being my authentic self. And I had no reason to be any different because Levi was just my best friend. So it kind of plays into, I go into these long rants, but be true to you. Because if you're always trying to please the other person and it's not pleasing you, it's not going to work out. And you are going to just end up unhappy and miserable. My husband is bothered by many things, and I'm very laid back. I'm always trying to appease him, and I can't tell which are the most important things, as all his reactions are extreme. So my advice is communication. Communication. And another thing you can do is scale. So say on a scale from 1 to 10, how much does this bother you? On a scale from 1 to 10, how much do the pillows bother me? Probably a 2. So, right? So if Levi said, hey, how much does it really bother you when I leave the pillows all over the place? A 2 or a 3, right? But then if Levi was to do something else, I'm trying to think of an example of something else that's more serious. I can't think of anything at the moment. I'm sure there's something, but I can't think of it at the moment. And I say, okay, this bothers me at 10. Then Levi knows, okay, I need to attend to you. I can kind of ignore you about the pillow thing because you're a little ridiculous, Jenna. That's a 2. But if it's a 10, that means, okay, I got to drop everything and I got to be here for her. So using that number scale, and always speak up. Always speak up. Always. Never. I never, ever, ever, ever bite my tongue. This tongue, I don't bite it. I don't bite my tongue. I don't hold back. And if there's one thing about me and Levi's relationship that's the strongest, is communication. Because I'm not fearful of expressing myself. Levi hates. If you ask Levi, and I can bring him in and ask him what his biggest frustration with me is, my use of technology is probably his biggest frustration with me, because I refuse to learn more about technology, and he's a software and robotics engineer. So communication. That's a complex one. Yeah, it took a long time. It's just like saying you took it too personal. Yes, we talked about that. I'm sorry you feel that way. How can I help you feel better? Ding, ding, ding. I'm sorry you feel that way. But, I hate the word but. I hate that word but, because I feel like when you put a but in, then you are taking away from what you just apologized about. Instead of using but, is using and. And if there's one thing that I've learned about men, is that men don't like that word but. But if you say and, right, of saying, like, for example, let me think of an example real quick. Okay, so here's an example. If I came to Levi and I said, Levi, I really love how you use technology, but it really upsets me that you can't manage to put the pillows on the couch. Then it eliminates that compliment I just gave him. But if I said, Levi, I really love that you love technology and you care about everything being organized in your computer. That's what I meant. His whole computer is so organized. And I said, I really love how organized you are in your technology. And can you put the pillows back on the couch and be organized? Then it makes it a little bit easier. So there are better ways to communicate. Just found this live. This is exactly what I needed right now. Fantastic. I'm so glad, Bella. Welcome. I'm HSP and empath too, yes. Still haven't mastered it on how to detach. It's hard. And a good way is viewing it, and I've taught this in my meditations, a good way of doing it is literally viewing the situation from an outside view. So you can literally imagine the situation when your partner is pissing you off. You can imagine it from you looking above, disassociating with it so that it doesn't feel so heavy. Should I communicate with Levi and tell him to bring me water? Ladies, should I do it? I love this conversation, guys. Okay, sometimes you want to please someone because you want an easy life. Okay, but you know what, Belinda? Are you having an easy life by pleasing someone? Or are you having an unhappy life? Are you happy? Answer you that. Are you really being your authentic, true self? Because if you're not being true and you're just trying to please someone because you want an easy life, it's not easy because you're not happy. It's your perspective of easy. Let me know if that resonates. It's hard when you have been in a relationship a long time and realize now that you haven't been your authentic self. I know. Oh, I know. I know. Trust me. I know. But it's not too late to start now. It's not too late to start now. And in my past relationships, where I told you that their behavior changed because they weren't being their authentic self, I'll be completely honest. In every single one of those relationships, I wasn't the one that left them. They were the ones that left me. And they left me because they wanted to please me. And then they learned that they couldn't please me. I was your husband, Belinda. I was the person. They were always trying to please me. And I'll give you one more example. I'm going to take another sip of my last sip of water. So I was engaged. I'm very open and very vulnerable. I was engaged. And when I met my ex-boyfriend, an ex-boyfriend after my ex-fiance, so we'll say ex-fiance, ex-boyfriend, okay? His name was Andre. The guy I was engaged to was Jason. So you guys have reference for this story. When I met Andre, I was open with him that I still was friends with Jason. And I reassured him nothing was happening with me and Jason. But I'm still best friends with Jason because I grew up with Jason. I knew Jason since I was 7. Jason knew all of my trauma. He knew all of my pain. He was there, right? So I was open and I was honest with Andre when we started dating that I was friends with Jason. And I asked him for 2 years, does it bother you that I talk to Jason? Does it bother you that I hang out with Jason? And I would leave our house. We had a house together. And I would leave our house and I'd go hang out with Jason. And it was never anything romantic. I never promised. I never crossed any lines. I never cheated on Andre. Never. But I was friends with him. And I always asked Andre, are you okay with this? And he said, yes. I'm fine with that. Until one day, all of a sudden, he blows up. Because he wasn't happy that I was seeing Jason. And he was trying to please me for 2 years. Because he wanted to make me happy, and he did trust me. He knew I was being honest. But he didn't like it, and he wasn't being true to him. And in the end, it became too much. And that's not why we broke up, but, it was all of these buildup of things. And it always comes out. If you're always trying to please the other person, the truth of how you actually feel and what you actually want always comes out. I tried, but I still failed recently. I don't know what that was about. Yes, that's hard. I have realized my authentic self is changing. Yes. I guess relationships change over time. It's just scary for both people, I think. And you know what? It's scary, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful because you know what? Every single day, every single year, you're falling in love with a different man. And it keeps things exciting. And it keeps things creative. And you can play into that. You can play into the growth. You can bring this new person that they've become, that you've become, and bring it into the bedroom. Bring it into your life. Allow it to excite you instead of be fearful. And this especially works in the bedroom. This especially works in sex. To be able to role play the person they were when you met them and now make love to a whole nother version. There's no need to cheat. There's no need to be with anyone else because every day you can sleep with another man. You can sleep with a man who's boring and is just missionary, right? Or you can role play and you can pretend that you just met a stranger at a bar after a date night. And you can bring that man home. Play with it. Allow your authentic form. Allow your nature to come out. It doesn't have to be scary. Or maybe I am learning what it is. And we end up trampling all over them. Yeah, it's true. That scare would help you pause too. Yeah. And for another thing, I'm being sarcastic today. I'm sarcastic every day. Ask. Good question. It's not easy. But Linda, it would be hard to change. But you would feel better telling the truth, right? I have all kinds of issues because I won't put up with being spoken to in certain ways. I feel he doesn't listen to me. I'm so all over this typical scenario that I feel I can't stay in this relationship unless we work on our communication. Can't do it anymore since growing spiritually. And you know what, Bella, you have to stay true to you. And I told my partner this today. We actually wrote this down. We take a bunch of courses together. We're always like, if our relationship revolves around anything, that revolves around growth. And just as spiritual as I am. He's not as, he doesn't go on lives and teach meditations or anything like that. He's more of a closet spiritual one. But, he's, whatever. But anyways, what I was getting at is you learn to grow together or you learn to grow apart, and, defining your core values. And defining, and I did this with Levi, this is what I was about to say, values. And my core, and I'll be completely my the example of my ex-boyfriend, Andre, and my ex-fiance, Jason. I was going to see Jason, and I'll be completely honest. Andre had a choice. When Andre told me he was uncomfortable, I did stop seeing Jason because that relationship meant more to me than a past relationship that didn't work out. But I needed the freedom to see Jason. I needed the freedom to be who I was. And the one thing that Levi has done for me is he's never, and probably because we started off just as friends, but he's given me the freedom to do what I want. And he's never once has he told me I can't. And that's one of my core values. I need freedom. I need love. I need communication. Those are my core values. And Levi also needs freedom in a different way. Levi doesn't need external freedom, but he needs internal freedom. Levi's freedom is him being home alone and playing his video games or reading a book without me here. He wants that freedom. I want the freedom of traveling the world by myself. So once you define those core values, it will help your relationship. And it will either help the relationship you're in, or it will help you move towards a relationship that's more compatible to you. Never settle. Yeah, I think I need to ask him for water too. I'm going to send him a message on Facebook and ask him to send me water. Okay, Bella. Why is it I mainly feel better now in control of my life when on my own? When in a relationship, it's like they take too much, or we give too much, or we don't resonate together properly. It's because you don't, because when you have, no one's telling you what you can or can't do. You're not allowing someone else's emotions and feelings to create what you can or can't do with your life. So, be your authentic self. So, I have right now to my mother, and I am saying I'm sorry, live in front of 191 people. My mother she had heard my comment. Apparently, she's live with us right now, and she heard my comment about her being ridiculous. And I am apologizing, not to just apologize, but I'm apologizing because I truly can feel that hurt, and I can truly feel that pain. And I'm saying in front of 191 people right now that I'm sorry. And I'm no sound again. Levi, can you guys hear me? Oh, can you hear me? Levi! Back. I'm back. Are you sure? I'm back? Yes? No? Back? No? Am I back? Levi! Okay, are you sure I'm back? Okay. So, wait. Before I keep talking, yes or no? Okay. What I was saying is that I have to be my authentic self right now. No. No. Okay, I'm so sorry. My mic keeps going out. Where did I leave off, guys?
Is it working now?
No. Can I have some water?
I didn't bring any up.
Talking. You were talking away. I'm so sorry. Okay, where did I leave off? And first off, thanks.
Alright, let's see.
I'll get back to that. I'm so sorry, guys.
Actually,
Hold on, Levi's gonna fix my mic. Then I need to apologize.
oh, that's in.
Am I good? Am I talking? Oh, I was that far away? Ah! Wow. Wow, I was really far away. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Okay, Levi's gonna fix my mic.
Well, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either though. Okay, I promise, I vow for this moment on, I will read the bottom comments. Okay, first off, I need to apologize authentically and honesty to my mother. Because when I picked up my phone, I saw that my mother was listening and that I hurt my mother's feelings for saying she was ridiculous yesterday. And so I am saying I'm sorry in front of 191 people right now, Mom, if you're still on. And I'm apologizing because I feel the pain that you must have felt when I told you you were being ridiculous, especially knowing what you were talking about and how much this has been hurting you. And I want to be my authentic self and tell you, Mom, if you're still listening right now, thank you, that you can be overdramatic and ridiculous at times. But I know... Oh, they still can't hear me. You guys can't hear me? I don't know what's happening with this mic right now. Okay, you can hear me. Levi, can you just stay here? Thanks. Cool. Okay, so I was apologizing because even though my mom can be ridiculous and she can be overdramatic, I know that the pain that she was feeling right now, and I know that the event, Mom, that you were crying about yesterday was horrible. I know it was not nice. I know it was not good. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to my mother for saying that you were being ridiculous. And I want to communicate and be honest and open and say that the events that you were going through yesterday were not ridiculous. And that's not what I was referring to. I was referring to the part when you were projecting at me when I was trying to hold space for you. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize in front of 191 people right now to my mother for saying and hurting her about being ridiculous yesterday. All right. And I'll briefly, you said that I left off at, I hear, because you hear the same story from your mom a lot. No. What I was saying is that I hurt my mom's feelings by calling her ridiculous. And so I was apologizing to my mom right now in front of each and every one of you because I feel her pain. About the bedroom. I was saying about the bedroom that, Belinda, you had said that it was hard. Let me go back to that comment. I think we lost it now, but about it's hard when you've been with someone so long, and that you're fearful when you're constantly changing and you're not the same person anymore. And I said to use that as a great fun in the bedroom, that they are constantly changing and evolving, and that you can play with that. And instead of being fearful of the person that they've become, now enjoy it and enjoy the idea that now you get to experience a whole new partner. You get to experience a whole new man in the bedroom. I said play with it. About Bella's comment about being in control. Why is it hard to be in control when you're by yourself? And it's hard when you're not by yourself, when you're in a relationship, is because you have people who, you have emotions, and you have another person's opinion and emotions that you care so truly deeply about. So that's why it's easier to be alone. Okay. All right. If he's honest with you, would you have stopped seeing Jason, or what would you do in that situation? He was honest and it didn't wait 2 years. I did stop seeing Jason. I stopped seeing Jason because I loved Andre, and I wasn't only trying to please him, but I wanted to please not Levi. I wanted to please Andre because I loved him and our relationship meant more. But one of the things I was saying before, and I don't know if you guys had heard, but I was talking about defining your true values and your core values. I don't know if you guys heard that. Let me know if you heard that thing about the core values. But defining your core values helps in a relationship. Someone had left a comment about having trouble in their relationship. I don't remember what it was now. And I said defining your core values is very important to do. And your values may change. And one of my values is I need freedom. I need freedom in a relationship. I need freedom that I can express myself. And I need freedom that I can always be open and honest. So that's one of my core values. And when you know your partner's core values, it helps. It helps in your relationships. All right, guys, I'm going to read through these comments and then we'll anchor in a meditation. What if the whole new version irritates you? Growth is painful. Rachel, you can be whoever you want to be. If you don't like parts of the new version of you, then let them go. You get to choose. You are creating your future right now. All right. I'm so sorry, guys, that you guys missed. I'm so sorry that you guys missed some of my sound. I really am. And I don't know if I was going to say I record all these and put them on YouTube, but if you guys couldn't hear me, then maybe you won't be able to pick that up. So, any other questions or comments before we do the meditation? My YouTube is Genna Rose Giannetti. And I promise I will get this mic thing figured out. Yes. And you know what? I actually, and I'm going to say this again in front of all of you guys, but if my mom is listening, I do feel really bad. I really do feel bad. And that's me being my true, authentic self. I'm sorry. Again, I feel it. I feel the pain. I know your pain. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, my mom had texted me she's listening to the Insight Timer. Well, she was. Maybe I made her so mad that she left. But, Mom, if you're listening, I really am sorry. And I'm saying that in front of 191 people. So believe me, I'm sorry. Alicia, how do you be your authentic self if you were in a 2-year relationship where your ex was cheating on you the entire time with multiple women? You start by expressing how you feel. First off, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that hurt you. And I'm sorry that you had to experience pain. You start with communication. You start with being honest and open about how you feel. You start by being true to yourself. By telling them if I don't know what's happening right now. You start by being honest and open about how you feel about the situation. A lot of times we forgive when we're not ready to forgive. And know that if you're not ready to forgive, you don't have to. So be your authentic self by being honest and open with yourself about how you actually feel about that. That's the first step. Do what's right for you. Honor your heart. Honor your feelings. Any other questions, comments? I'm so sorry you guys lost all that sound. That was good sound we were making. Thank you guys for you. Thank you. Any other questions? No? Okay, we're gonna get ready to do the meditations. Okay. Any more questions, comments? I thank you guys for just being here. I thank you guys for your support and loving each other. I am going to attempt right now to plug in my headphones. I don't know if the sound's going to go out, so let me know. I'm going to attempt to plug in the headphones. Let me know if you can still hear me. Oh, I don't know where these go now. Okay, can you guys still hear me? Yes? No? Hear me? Where does this go? Oh, I'll play some music. Background noise. Damn it. Okay. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do this without music today. Okay. I took the headphones off. Okay. Alright, guys. Well, I thank you guys. If this resonated with you guys, then I welcome you guys to give a donation if your heart is feeling inspired to do so. I'm going to ask you guys to just start to sit down, and we're going to do a little bit of a meditation to integrate a true, authentic form. And for this meditation, I'm going to keep my eyes open just in case the sound goes out again, because I don't want to disturb the meditation. So at the beginning of the meditations, I would do a little bit of an introduction, because I do record them. And then I would do a little exit. So do not leave. Oh, thank you, Christy, for that. Thank you so much. So don't leave after the meditation. Okay, and here we go. I'm going to get a drink of water, and then we're going to start. All right, here we go, guys. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. Welcome to today's meditation, where you will be diving deep into your authenticity, diving deep into your true form, your true vibration, your true frequency. So start to sit down, making yourself comfortable, and starting to breathe in and breathe out. Starting to anchor in the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Letting go of anything that happened before this moment. Breathing in your true vibration and breathing out anything that's not you. Breathing out anything that's not yours. Breathing in love. Breathing out pain. And starting to set an intention for today's meditation. Setting an intention to become more of your authentic self. Becoming more of your true vibrational frequency. And setting the intention to let go of anything that's not yours. Letting go of anything that is not your true vibration. Letting go of any feelings, any emotions that have been projected onto you. Any ways of being that you don't desire to be any longer. Start to let it all go. Set the intention. You may call in any guides, any angels, any beings. Calling in your past self, the child version of you that moved to the beat of its own drum. And breathing in and inviting in the future you that is more of your own authentic being, your own authentic self. And start to breathe in your true form and breathe out the part of you that you no longer desire to be. Breathing in the part of you that is free. Breathing out the part of you that is restricted. Breathing in the part of you that is love. And breathing out the part of you that is fear. Breathing in the part of you that is good and is whole and is just. And breathing out the part of you that has been told that you are bad, that you are wrong. And starting to come back into your natural breath now. And as you breathe in, start to anchor in a beautiful crystalline light, allowing this light to be invited into this moment to heal you from any shame, any guilt, any resentments, any labels or words that have been put onto you that are not yours. Trying to let it go. Letting it go little by little. Moving this light down your head, down your eyes, down your nose, down your mouth, down your neck, down your shoulders, down your arms and your hands, down your chest, opening and expanding your heart and allowing your heart to bring you back to your natural form. Moving the light down your stomach, down your torso, moving the light down your neck, your pelvis, moving the light down your legs, your feet, and anchoring this light into the ground underneath you, filling your whole body with light. And starting to activate now your third eye, your pineal gland. And start to visualize now a big, huge, beautiful meal right in front of you. Start to see the detail of this meal, the design, the color. And then start to walk towards this meal and imagine yourself and transport yourself in front of this meal. And as you look at yourself in front of this meal, start to view yourself in a different lens. Start to look at yourself and start to reflect back at yourself. All of the versions of yourself that you don't prefer. Start to see the jealousy. Start to see the guilt, the shame, the pain, the resentment, the anger, the frustration. All of these feelings and emotions that are not yours, that you have been programmed to feel and experience. See these emotions and feelings in the meal. And little by little, invite yourself to grab on to these emotions and feelings as if they are clothes on your skin, and gently or roughly yank it off. Yank off the anger, the resentment, the guilt, the shame. Start to let go of the parts of you that are trying to please everyone else, that is preventing you from pleasing yourself. Start to yank off the parts of you that have been told to calm down when you are feeling joyful and excited. Start to yank off the parts of you that were taught to sit instead of stand. Start to yank off the parts on your throat and neck that were taught that you were not supposed to speak, but were only supposed to listen. Let go of all of these emotions and feelings, identities that have been placed onto you that no longer represent who you are today. Start to let them go now. And as you let them go, start to see them disappearing in the meal in front of you. Start to see yourself becoming more of who you really are. Start to see yourself without clothes, standing naked in front of the meal for your eyes and your eyes only. Start to let go of the clothing of emotions, of feelings, of labels, of character traits that you don't identify with. And allow yourself to stand proudly and strongly in front of that meal, naked, raw, vulnerable, open, as who you really are. In all of the things that you love about yourself, as well as all of the things that you might not prefer. Start to look at yourself honestly in the meal. And start to be proud of your curves. Be proud of your smile, of your eyes. Start to come back to your own authentic form. And know that if there's a version and a part of you that you don't prefer, choose to let it go only if it's truly what you don't prefer and not what society has told you you shouldn't prefer. Start to look at yourself naked and raw in the meal. And start to fall in love with who you really are. Start to fall in love with yourself again, like you were when you were a child. Start to smile back at who you really are. Start to smile back at your true, authentic form, in love and in light. And start to look at yourself in this meal. Take a couple moments to truly see yourself without filter. How does it feel? How does it feel to look at yourself as you truly are, without makeup, without clothes, without filter? And honor how you feel. Whether you feel good or bad, honor that feeling. And allow that feeling to be your guidance system as you move through your life. Start to look at yourself in the mirror and affirm your worthiness. And start to affirm the words, I am that I am. 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 And start to let go of any judgments, any pain, any labels, any harsh words that you have said unto others that have prevented others from being their true, authentic self, without shame, without guilt. Allowing yourself to apologize for the pain, the suffering that you may have caused, and forgiving yourself for the wrong that you have done, forgiving yourself for the pain that you've created, and allowing your authenticity to be forgiven. For you were only being and expressing your true self, your true feelings in that moment. Forgive yourself and forgive others. And take a couple minutes to feel into your body. Feel into this new version of you, this authentic version of you, loving who you really are. Inside, outside, and all around you. When you are ready, you may start to bring your awareness back to this moment. Breathing in through your nose. Breathing out through your nose. Coming back into this room. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Noticing what you can feel. Noticing what you can taste. Noticing what you can hear. Noticing what you can smell. And finally opening up your eyes and noticing what you can see. Coming back into this room as a new version of yourself that is authentic, that is honest, that is open, and is not scared to be who you truly are. I thank you for joining today. I thank you for coming as your true, authentic self, raw and vulnerable and honest. Please let me know what you felt, what you thought in the comments below. And if this resonated, feel free to give a donation so I can continue to help others and guide others towards being their true, authentic, vulnerable, and honest and raw self. If you are not yet following me, please make sure to follow me to get all up-to-date content as well as live notifications. And I thank each and every one of you for being here, loving yourself and honoring yourself. Alright, beautiful souls. We are back. Give me 1 minute to save this audio. Alright. Alright guys, well thank you so much. Thank you for today. We went an hour over what I was going to do today. I'm sorry that the sound kept going off. But thank you for still being here with me. Thank you for still coming and still attending, even though the sound kept going on and off. Thank you for being your true self. Know that you are loved just the way that you are. Know that you are beautiful just the way that you are. Know that you can be your true self. And if for any moment you feel shame or guilt about who you are, I invite you guys to please message me. You can message me privately so that I can echo back at you that you are perfectly divine just the way that you are. You may join the community that I've created, my circle, Genna Rose Giannetti Love Lights, where all of us can echo back at you that you are beautiful just the way that you are. If anyone's interested in a one-on-one coaching session, please let me know. I'm here to support you so that you can be your own authentic self again. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the donations and the kind words. It means so much to me. I'm glad that I can be here because you guys bring me peace and you bring me joy. And my voice is my authentic nature. And I love my voice just the way that it is. It makes me me. So let's close down this circle, but not close down the love. I invite you to close down your eyes one final time before you go to sleep for the night. Oh, maybe give yourself a little stretch. I need a little stretch. And just bring your awareness back to the circle. Bring your awareness to a circle that we created of 192 beautiful souls. See us completely united. See us holding hands. And see how everyone has come to the circle raw and open, being their true self, being their true nature without filter. And start to imagine a world that is completely free to be themselves without shame or guilt or fear. Imagine a world where everyone could be open and honest with their heart, with their feelings, their emotions, and their truth. I start to echo at everyone that's here today that they are supported, that they are loved, just as they are. Send light through this whole circle of 192 people. And then bowing your hands together, bowing your heads down to your heart, and saying namaste. For my soul recognizes your soul, that we are one soul in many bodies. I thank each and every one of you for coming. Please feel free to join me live Monday through Friday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday and Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you are not yet following me, if you are new, I welcome you into this community. Please make sure to follow me. I thank you guys for any donations. The donations go a long way. I love this Insight Timer platform, but the donations really help. It's an equal energy exchange. And if everyone donated $1, that would be $192. It's a lot of money. So I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate you raw and open and honest just the way that you are. I invite you to my circle, Genna Rose Giannetti Love Lights. And I will see you all tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time if you desire to come. If there's any topics or things you need, please message me. I am here for you guys. I'm here to discuss and talk about whatever subject you'd like to talk about. Nothing is off limits. I'm here for you guys. Thank you so much. I love you. Good night.